Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start exercise 4.2. In this exercise we have to find out the value of determinant by applying some properties about determinant. So here we have total 6 properties. The first property, the value of determinant remains unchanged whenever row 1 and row 2 interchange. That means if we have a determinant A, B, C, E, F, G and 1, 2, 3. We have to find out the value of this determinant. If we interchange any row and any column, so there is no change in the value of determinant. Now the next property, if any two rows and columns of the determinant are identical, then the value of determinant is equal to 0. Suppose if we have a determinant and the column first is equal to 1, 2, 3 entries, column second is ABC, and again column 3 are entries 1, 2, 3. So two columns are identical here, so that means this the value of the determinant is equal to 0. If we have two rows are identical, then the value of determinant is also equal to 0. Next property, if any row and any columns having all entries equal to 0, then the value of determinant is equal to 0. For example, if we have a determinant, a row first, all entries equal to 0, so then the value of determinant is directly equal to 0. Next property, if we want to multiply any scalar by any determinant, so the scalar is multiplied only by one row or one column. We want to multiply any scalar by any determinant. So the scalar is multiplied only one row or one column. Whatever we need, like 3k, remaining are same. Similarly, if we want to take common, so we can take the common by any row and any column separately. Next property, if sum or all elements of a row and column of a determinant are expressed as the sum of individual. Means, suppose if we have a determinant A1 plus lambda 1, A2 plus lambda 2, A3 plus lambda 3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. If we have a determinant where any row and column is expressed as the sum of two terms, then this determinant can be expressed as the sum of two determinants having the entries B2, C2, A3, B3, C3 plus lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. It can be expressed as the sum of two determinants. Okay. So these are the total 6 properties. Now come to the exercise question. Open your NCERT book and read down the first question. So the first question is determinant X, Y, Z, A, B, C, X plus A, Y plus B and Z plus C. We have to prove this equal to 0 without expanding complete determinant. Next, if we want to apply the transformation in any determinant, so the transformation is also under the properties of determinant. So for making the value of the determinant equal to 0, we need to do two rows or two columns are identical, or any one row and any one column is equal to completely equal to 0. So here if we add C1 and C2, if C1 tends to C1 plus C2, what we get? X plus A, Y plus B and Z plus C, and remaining are same. In the case of determinant, we can apply any transformation simultaneously row and other column. But in the case of matrix, we can use the only one type of transformation at a time. So here we can see C1 equals to C3. That means two columns are identical. So we can say the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Now the second question is A plus B B minus C and C minus A. B minus C, C minus A and A minus B. Not C minus A minus B and B minus C. We have to prove this equal to 0. So firstly, apply R1 tends to R1 plus R2 plus R3. What we get? If we add these three elements, A minus B, positive B minus C and positive C minus A. So minus A and positive A will be cancelled out. Similarly, minus C and positive C will be cancelled out, and minus B and positive B will be cancelled out. So the remaining element is 0. Similarly, here is negative C and positive C, negative A and positive A, and negative B and positive B. We get again 0 if we add all three elements of R1, R2, R3. Similarly, we get 0 here, and remaining are same. So the first row is completely 0. So we can say the value of this determinant is equal to 0. We know that if any row and any column having all entries equal to 0, then the value of determinant is directly equal to 0. Now come to the next. Question number 3rd. This is 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 65, 75 and 86. We have to prove this equal to 0. It's very simple. We have two choices. First, we have to make two row and any two columns are identical. Then we can say directly this determinant equal to 0, or all the entries of any row and any column equal to 0. So just apply. C1 tends to C1 plus 9C2. What we get? C1, that means 2, positive 9 into 7. So 9 7 is 63 plus 2. We get 65 here. Similarly, 3 plus 8 into 9. 8 9 is 72 and 3 we get 75 here. Similarly, 5 positive 9 into 9 is 81 and 5 we get 86 here. So we can see C1 and C3 are identical. If C1 and C3 are identical, so that means the value of this determinant is equal to 0. So right hand side equals to left hand side. Now come to the next. Question number 4th. Here we have 1 1 1 BC CA and AB, A B C. Now B plus C, C plus A and A plus B. Firstly, apply C3 tends to C3 plus C2. What we get? Because there is no change in C1, so it is remain same, and there is no change of C2 also, So it will be also same. Now this is AB plus AC plus BC. This is BC plus AB plus CA, and this is CA plus BC plus AB. Now taking common AB plus BC plus CA from C3, what we get? If we take common AB plus BC plus CA from C3, we get 1 1 1 BC CA AB and 1 1 1. Here two columns are identical. That means the value of determinants is equal to 0, and 0 is multiplied by something, we get again 0. Now come to the next question. This is question number 5th. We have a determinant B plus C, C plus A and A plus B. Q plus R, R plus P and P plus Q. Y plus Z, Z plus X and X plus Y. We have to prove this equal to ABC, PQR and XY Z. So firstly, we have to add all rows. We change to R1 plus R2 plus R3. What we get? If we add R1 plus R2 plus R3, we get twice of A, twice of B and twice of C here. So 2A plus B plus C we get. And same, if we add these three elements, we get twice of P plus Q plus R. And if we add these three, we get twice of X plus Y plus Z. And remaining are same, Z plus X and X plus Y. Now taking two common from R1. So we get A plus B plus C, C plus A plus B. Similarly, P plus Q plus R, R plus P and P plus Q, and X plus Y plus Z, Z plus X and X plus Y. Now, apply the property for R2 and R3. What we get? Just apply. R2 tends to R2 minus R1 and R3 tends to R3 minus R1. Let's see what we get. A plus B plus C is R1 and C plus A is R2. If R1 is subtracted by R2, what we get? C plus A minus B and minus C. So we get C and C will be cancelled out, A will be cancelled out, we get only B here. First row is same. X plus Y plus Z. We get minus B here. And for this, R plus P minus Q and minus R. R and R will be cancelled out. P and P will be cancelled out. Here we get minus Q, and similarly we get minus Y here. Similarly, if A plus B plus C is subtracted by A plus B, what we get? A plus B and A minus B will be cancelled out. We get only C here. Similarly, we get only R here and we get minus Z here. If we add again, R1 tends to R1 plus R2 plus R3, what we get? B and C will be cancelled out. We get only A here and only P here and only X here. 2 is common here. Now minus is taking common, minus 1 is taking common by R2 and by R3 also. So we get minus is positive and remaining is BC, QR and YZ. So we want to prove the same thing in right hand side. So these are equal. So it's proved left hand side equals to right hand side.